still don't get it, do you? He'll find her. That's what he does. That's all he does. You can't stop him. He'll wait for you, reach down her throat, and pull her fucking heart out.
There are a lot of fans who pretend they want to see fights, but then they make every excuse for the fight to not happen. But then there are some who absolutely want it to happen, and they give you the qualities. They present those characteristics. I just want to give a moment to shout my nigga CB45 out. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand. And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you hear, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So while you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get prepared to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So CB45, my homie CB45, is a die-hard Gervonta Tank Davis fan. Die-hard. He rocks with Tank Davis. He rocks with Errol Spence. Those are his fighters, period. You know what I'm saying? He believes those guys beat everybody, and I ain't got no beef with the statement. None. He will come out here and keep it a buck with you, and he'll tell you, listen, bro, I don't like Devin. I'm a Devin Haney hater. I can respect it, man. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I respect it, right? And he made a statement, because he and I always go back and forth when it comes to Tank and Devin. And he made this statement. He made this one right here. If it's really about the fight, it should be 50-50, especially if we are confident that Tank is going to win. Now, what he's talking about is a fight between Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis. Do you know how powerful a statement that is? That is probably, in all this time that I have been speaking on boxing, in all these years, that is arguably the most powerful statement from an opposition of a fighter that I support. And I support Tank. I just don't believe he can beat Devin. But I support Tank, bro. I'm a Tank fan. I'm an adamant Gervonta Tank Davis fan. I support the man 100%. I just don't believe he can beat Devin. And I believe he knows that, or else he'd make the fight. I believe his team knows that, or else they'd make the fight. But this statement that Breezy made, man, it sort of stumped me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And BF doesn't get stumped very often. But this one stumped me a little bit, because you don't expect a Tank fan to say something like that, because Tank fans will more than likely, they act like they want to see the fight, but they don't really want to see it, because they don't believe Tank can beat Devin. They're just saying that. It sounds good that, oh man, Tank, knock him out. Tank, stop. It sounds good that they're saying that. They don't believe that because they'll say, man, Tank knocks him out. And then they'll say, okay, well, why won't Tank make it happen? Oh, well, Devin won't take 5%. Devin won't take 10%. Devin doesn't deserve anything. Devin deserves, whatever Tank. Devin went to 140. Devin, they'll say stuff like that because they really don't want the fight. It sounds good that Tank knocks Devin out. It sounds good that Tank beats Devin easy. Those things sound good. The reality is they don't want that fight. The reality is it's a better situation for them to just talk about Tank beating Devin than actually seeing Tank fight Devin. It's a better situation because the outcome of Devin embarrassing Tank is what they pretty much know. Because if they didn't believe that, then they would be saying stuff like this. If you believe that Tank beats Devin, you'd be saying stuff like that. That's what you would be saying if you believed it. This is not a mandatory situation. This is not a unification. No, this is like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. It's like that. Yeah, they don't necessarily need each other for anything. This is about supremacy, right? That's what this is about. This is about the king of the mountain. This is not about, they're both going to get paid. This is top 3 biggest fight in all of boxing. All right, they're going to get paid extremely well. They're both going to make upwards of $40 million. This is a gigantic fight. Gigantic. It's way bigger than Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. It's a gigantic fight. They're going to make a lot of money. But the people that don't want to see it are going to say, oh man, Dev can't. They give you all the things that Devin can't do while simultaneously telling you that Tank don't have to do anything. So Dev got to take 5%. Dev got to take 10%. Dev got to move down to 135. Dev got to move down to 130. Dev got to redo our rehydration clause. Dev can't say nothing. Dev can't even move around weight classes. Dev can't fight nobody else. Dev can't do anything. But Tank doesn't have to send Devin a contract to lock Devin into anything. That's their stance. Tank don't have to do anything. He doesn't have to send an offer. He doesn't have to send a contract. He doesn't have to tell Devin. He doesn't have to say it. He doesn't have to do nothing. Dev has to do. Dev has to do. Dev has to do. But Tank don't have to do nothing. And then when you put them in this scenario, well, okay, if Dev has to do all this, then tell Tank to send a contract of what Dev has to do. Then their response is, well, Dev can send one too, but Tank don't have to do anything. He don't have to do anything. So what is Dev sending? Dev can send one too, because you guys don't want the fight. He does. C Breezy does. My brother C Breezy absolutely wants that fight, and he believes that Tank will stop Devin in devastating fashion. Pun intended. He will stop Dev in devastating fashion. That's what Breezy believes. That's why he can say this statement right there. Because he knows that they're both going to make shit loads of money. I mean, boatloads of money. He knows that. He knows that unequivocally they're going to make boatloads of money. And he's not getting a penny of it, except for what he bets on Gervonta Tank Davis. But other than that, he's not making any of it. So he's not worried about it one way or the other. He just believes in his fighter. If more people believed in Gervonta Tank Davis, then more people will be saying stuff like that. Saying stuff like that is what's going to get us the fight that we want. Yeah, that's what's going to get us the fight we want. Y'all don't want Devin versus Shakur. FYI. So before y'all start writing in my comments about Shakur won 50-50, y'all don't want Dev versus Shakur. You don't. You look at Shakur Stevenson as a guard dog for Tank Davis. Yeah, I don't care about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur can do whatever Shakur wants to do as long as he's protecting Tank in some way, shape, or fashion. If somebody out here starts talking about Tank Davis and Shakur jumps into the picture to start talking about them, you guys are going to cheer the man on. You don't care about him. The two fighters y'all care about is Devin and Gervonta Tank Davis. All right? So that's the fight that y'all should be talking like that about. If you're not talking like this about that fight, then you don't want it. You don't want it at all. You do not want it at all. You want what's best for Tank. And if Tank says what's best for him is to fight Pitbull Cruz in a rematch, right? Because he's a Mexican and it's a black person versus a Mexican, and you can sell the racial stuff and you can try to have the Mexican people buy stuff for Pitbull Cruz. You can steal from the Mexicans because that's all you guys are doing when you say, oh, it's a Mexican versus a black person. The Mexican person, Mexico's going to buy it because you guys are going to steal from a Mexican. You're stealing from Mexico. That's all you're doing. You know Pitbull can't beat Tank. Yet you're going to say, oh, last fight right there because Tank needs to fight him again because Tank had an injured hand. And Tank, that's like telling me that Devin needs to fight Gamboa again. Devin needs to fight Gamboa because Devin had a broke hand in that fight, which he did. He had a broken bone in his hand. But Devin needs to fight Gamboa again. You got to fight Gamboa. Devin got to fight Gamboa because he had a broken bone in his hand. So we got to fight Gamboa again. Like, or Tank's got to fight Gamboa again because Gamboa had a torn Achilles. He had a torn Achilles, so we got to fight him again. No, bro, stop it. Stop the cap. You're saying Pitbull Cruz because Pitbull Cruz is the Mexican base that you guys can steal from. That's it, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. Just cut the crap. That's the case. That's why you always want to put a black person versus a Mexican or a white person versus a Mexican or whatever. That's the reason why you want to use the Mexican fan base so you can steal from the Mexican fan base. No, nothing else. That's what it is. The bottom line is the biggest fight for Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, monetarily wise, legacy wise, is each other. That is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing for those two guys. It's not Teofimo Lopez. It is not Shakur Stevenson. It is Devin versus Tank. That is the biggest fight for both of those guys, legacy-wise. And C Breezy knows it. C Breezy knows it, and that's why C Breezy can talk the way C Breezy is talking. That's why that's my homie, bro. Been my homie for years. And I just wanted to take just this time to show my brother love. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we'll go at it when it comes to Tank and Dev. But that man did this statement right here is one of the most powerful statements that I've seen in a very, very long time. Because Tank fans don't talk like that. Matter of fact, Tank fans in these comments won't be talking like that. In these very comments. And if I talk about Tank today, they won't be talking like that. Only C Breezy. He's the only one. All the other Tank fans say, oh no, Devin don't deserve no 50-50. Devin don't deserve, Devin don't deserve, Devin got to do, Devin got to do, Devin got to do. Yet Ryan didn't have to do. Yet nobody else had to do. Just Devin has to do. Because they have no faith in Gervonta Tank Davis when it comes to Devin Haney. Because Hector Garcia didn't have to do. But everything that Hector didn't have to do, Devin does. Because y'all have no faith that Tank beats Devin. But anyways, salute to my brother C Breezy. Much love and respect to my homie, bro. I'll see you on the next live. BFTB. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.